What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we just finished the other video of Walzer's car, and we got Connor's Mustang back inside. So our plan was to switch the rack because we changed the power steering pump and his steering is still really hard. So we pulled it up on the lift and just kind of looking to see what else we really need to do. I mean, obviously we got to change all these lines out and see, because I have heard that if it's a bad rack, it would be very hard of turning, which is exactly what this is doing. So I think we're just gonna swap it out and put the other one in there and just see if that fixes it. But from further inspection, we realized that this exhaust, it's a V6 with dual exhaust. And you can see here that they kind of flattened it to miss the drive shaft, and I don't like that. And then if you look on the muffler here, it's got a big hole in it. This exhaust tip here has a hole in it, and I'm pretty sure there's holes on this exhaust too. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut all this BS exhaust off, and we're just gonna restart from here. I know we are probably gonna get the cats cut off and stuff like that eventually, just because we were trying to make this more of a drift car more so than a street car. So we'll do the whole cat delete whatever, because it'll be a track car. So for now, what we're gonna do is lop this off just to get it out of the way. It bottoms out everywhere anyways, because if you have a new edge, you know that like the lowest point on these cars, unless you shorten it, is the exhaust. Because like this is the frame rail here, and you can see how much lower the exhaust is. So we're gonna cut this off just to get it out the way. It's gonna be loud. I know he's gonna wanna start it up with just that, knowing damn well that's how he is. So, all right. Well, we're gonna get that cut off and see how it sounds, I guess. Whoa! Oh! Get off there. Almost. Sick. All right, that's one side. Let's just keep on cutting, I guess.
Slide her out.
Huh?
I said just slide her out.
Yeah, it's easier said than done.
Well, it's, you know, right there, but...
Yeah. Got one more side to cut.
It's swinging there, swinging there!
Watch yourself. Pow!
Damn.
I like the Sawzall. Sawzall is one of my favorite tools.
I wonder what it's gonna sound like.
I know you will. It's not gonna sound like that. It ain't Cam.
No, I'm just saying it's gonna...
V6, dude. Calm down.
It's gonna sound pretty dookie.
It's gonna sound very loud.
Very
Not
loud.
I still got the cats on it.
It's just gonna sound obnoxious. Ish. Yeah.
I'm just gonna cut this stuff off.
Chicky, chicky, chicky.
I think my blade's getting dull.
That not good.
All right, we're just gonna pick back up on all this off.
Yep. Goodbye.
All right, so we got the exhaust all off. This stuff was literally just like ready to fall off, so I'm not too mad about getting it out the way. So I'm gonna leave all this on here for now until we get the exhaust coming in and we can make something. I don't know if I'm gonna do just like a single muffler right here with just like a side exit just out, because again, it's a drift car. It doesn't need to have a fancy exhaust tip off the back. Because another thing we wanna do is get a bash bar. As you can see, we drew it with our fingers. The bash bar had the jack point right in the center of the car, which actually that's more centered there. But I think it looks cool with this piece right here cut out with the piece of the bash bar showing. And yeah, so we'll get that all looking good. And it just looks better without the tips all hanging down, because it's not a GT rear bumper, it's a V6, so we're not trying to fake it. So, but we're gonna lower it down so that he can start it up and look at it. It's really not that loud. I thought it was gonna be way louder than what it is. Yeah. It's not that bad.
Sounds like a BMW that has a pop tune on it.
A crackle tune?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna put a muffler on there, but that's not terrible. But yeah, we're definitely gonna put a muffler on this thing. So, but all right, let's get this back up and work on this rack. All right, so we got the old rack out. So now we've kept all the lines and stuff on here just because it's a pain in the ass to get to these in the car. And as you can see, this rack is actually missing them. We actually took the couple lines off of this one to put on here, thinking maybe just the line was kinked and whatever. So now that it's out, I'm gonna have him swap all the lines from this one over to this one carefully, because if you strip these, it's no bueno. So he's gonna get these all done. Probably gonna spray some PB Blaster or something up in there just to make it a little bit easier and get these off. So
Look how bad they want to look.
yeah, the tie rods did not look good at all. These ones are a lot newer. I mean, the boot is definitely a little ripped, but the tie rod ends itself, I mean, you could just tell from that to that, it's a lot better. I mean, eventually we're gonna get all this changed anyways, but I mean, but anywho, so he's gonna switch this and then we're gonna work on putting it back in. All right guys, so I went ahead and actually got the steering rack in Connor's car for him. I started doing a bunch of things and it just, you know, when you get in the flow of things, you just keep going. So I ended up getting it all back in. I'm about to throw some fluid in it and start bleeding it. So hopefully when he gets off of school, this thing is good to go, because this thing has really been bugging him not working correctly. So, but I'm gonna get this fluid in here and see if it's good to go. Cross your fingers for me. It should start up a little better too because of that fuel filter. I know, it's fixed. So the knocking though, I think it's just the coilover, but it's a lot better. We needed to get an alignment though, but I mean, we'll get that eventually. So, what do you think?
I used to have to like, huh.
Yeah, no, it's, you could turn it perfectly fine. It's all good, don't worry about it. So what do you think?
Oh, I turned the blade wrong. Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, your four ways are on. Above the steering column, right on top. Push it down. There you go. So you think you're happy that it works now?
Yeah. I'm trying to drift it now.
Yeah. We'll get you a good alignment and stuff, but now we can actually start working on some better things. So, but anyway, so we got the rack on there. It's working. He's happy. I'm happy. So now we can start focusing on other things. I think we might end up putting, I know a lot of people have said, you know, run stock angle and stuff, but from my friends, because I've never personally drifted a New Edge or a SN, everyone that I've talked to though has said at least do cut knuckles, just because it's ass without any kind of angle at all. And he already has the donuts and figure eights down besides the little boop you did earlier. Whoa! Hey, there's a pole there. Oh, it's fine. You didn't even mess nothing up. You got back up. Dude, you barely did. You even messed the fender up. Look at that. Like it's back up. It's fine. That's funny right there. Hey, you just scraped it, which is fine. We got to paint this black anyways.
I was.
Yeah, you did that.
I was gonna let it correct itself, but it didn't.
Yeah, no, we don't have it set up for all that yet. Don't let it correct itself. You got to drive this thing. All right, maybe don't do donuts. Go.
When I get back, I'll actually. I was going too fast.
Yeah.
I didn't like.
For sure. You got excited. All right.
When I get back, I'll actually try.
All right. Yeah. Well, you'll figure it out. I mean, figure eight's.
Once I get on ground, it'll be easier. It's not gonna be like, oh, there's something in my way. It's gonna be an actual.
Well, there will always probably be something in your way. But the thing is like you already have donuts. You're learning throttle control, which is sick. The seat is definitely a big kicker for him because this stock seat is literally broken. So we're gonna find him a good like bucket seat, something so that he's not sliding around. But he's getting better with the donuts and throttle control and stuff. So slowly but surely, the car is getting more set up, and I'm thrilled about that. So we're gonna figure out what else to do to this thing and move on from there. All right, so we got his car steering a lot better, and what we're about to do now is replace this driver's seat. We don't have a bucket seat for it yet, but what we're gonna do is replace this with just another stock seat, because as you can see, it's wore out, it's really bad, it's actually broken. It's completely leaning really bad, so we're gonna replace it with something better.
Baby wobble, yeah.
Yeah. So
It's like a 15.
we're gonna work on getting this out and then put some better seats in here. The passenger seat's not too bad, still works. It's not all ripped up, but I told him, I said we need to at least put them in there so that they're matching and look halfway decent. So let's get that done. All right, so he got the seats in. I know it's a little ripped right here, but he's gonna be sitting on it. Doesn't really matter. But the biggest part is that's not broke, and the other one was actually leaning up against the door, so it's a lot safer for now. We are going to get him a bucket seat, like I said, but these will do for right now. And what we did do is we got a little ahead of ourselves, and we put spacers on it. So I did have to cut the studs a little bit just so the spacers don't hit the back of the wheel, just so he can get a little bit more space so it doesn't hit the control arm, because we do plan on putting cut knuckles on this thing. I have modified control arms, but I have to get bushings for them and stuff. And for now, we're probably not gonna worry about those. We'll eventually get the bushings. But slowly but surely, this thing is coming along. As you guys saw, he did hit the pole a little bit. And I'm hoping that this isn't bent. I'm hoping that the tie rod is it just needs an alignment. So I'm gonna get an alignment and then see from there to see if this is actually okay, and then go from there. Because worst comes to worst, it is bent. We have the other control arms. It is what it is. So, but things are happening. Ooh!
I gotta hold it at idle, but I mean.
Yeah, we got a lot of vacuum leaks, but hit it one time for the one time. Oh. She runs. Hell yeah.
One step closer, baby boy.
Damn right. It's getting there. So a little side quest real fast. I know you've seen Braxton's car in the background. We're gonna do a whole video once we actually get this thing running good. But this thing's been sitting in the background for a while trying to get this thing going. So, I mean, dude. Oh, it died, but it runs.
It does run.
Hell yeah.
Need some vacuum lines hooked up.
Hell yeah.
Some Mo stuff, but
It's getting there.
she starts, runs.
I told you it ran.
Well, it runs.
You've never heard it.
No, never.
Now you have. Now it makes the money worth it. Hell yeah. So we're going to get this thing buttoned up a little bit more for the night, but it's getting dark. I'm ready to go home. All right, guys. So Connor got his car cleaned up. I know it doesn't look like all that crazy because it still needs to be sanded down. We're eventually going to be repainting it, but got the taillight lens glued on, so we got some tape on there so that it stays. So we got the seats in there for now. These are a lot better. He's a lot happier. But
Steering wheel.
yeah, you can actually see over the steering wheel. So we are going to be working on probably the exhaust in one of the next few videos. So we ended up, like I said, if you got this far, He's trying to get this thing to be more drift ready. So we got to get some bushings and some ball joints for the control arms so that we can get a proper alignment. We're going to try to get an alignment the way it is right now with the spacers and whatnot. We are going to work on getting the cut knuckles on there, but this car is slowly but surely coming together. The exhaust, what we're going to probably do is just use what's left over from my E36, which will most likely be in the next video. Another thing is, one of the next videos will be a really good surprise. It's something I did not know was going to happen. If you're observant, you already know. But his car's slowly but surely coming together. We're working on, I do want to get some different wheels for this thing and go from there. So, but all right, guys, so that's going to be it for this video. So if you could like, comment, subscribe, that would be sick. And
Adios, amigos.